It's time now for your weekly fishing reports and real-time outdoor news from the Southwest region. This is Fox Sports Outdoors Southwest.
Hi everyone, and welcome to our final episode of Fox Sports Outdoors for the 2014 season. This is an episode that I have come to really look forward to over the years. It's the time of the year not only heading into the holidays, but the time when we can look back over 39 weeks and look back and show you some of the greatest moments, greatest highlights, some of the wonderful adventures, and yes, even some of the bloopers and blunders that we've endured over the past 39 weeks. While we're doing that, we're going to be taking you around your local region for not only your latest fishing reports, but a final word in 2014 from our expert team of insider reporters, their reports from your local lakes, rivers, and bays. Right now though, let's get this Christmas party started back at the FSN studios with your final version of the Weekend Planner.
The Solunar tables are forecasting the peak fishing conditions over the weekend to take place on Sunday, with the best daylight hours beginning in the afternoon at 4:31. Look for the sun to rise at 7:21 and set at 5:22. And evenings will feature a moon that is 57% visible. Stay with us. We'll be right back with freshwater and coastal fishing updates from around the region.
Fox Sports Outdoors is brought to you by Exide AGM Marine Batteries. Starts like new, stays like new longer. By Jean LaRue and Bobby Garland Lures. With our baits, a good day of fishing is in the bag. By Motor Guide, trolling motors engineered for anglers. And by Nitro Performance Fishing Boats. Welcome to the big leagues.
Hey everybody, glad you're along with us for the final episode of Fox Sports Outdoors in the 2014 season. Let's get right to the highlight package, beginning with some of the biggest crappie that we've ever found in the entire South and Southwest at a little lake in northeastern Oklahoma called Lake Wister. Following that, we show you the first triple tail we've ever caught on the show. And then after that, yes, Virginia, there are walleye in the South, and we catch a big one in the state of Texas. Following that, it's Brian Hughes with your Texas Freshwater Fishing Report and Bill Olson on the Texas Gulf Coast. I got two of them, and I have a fish on the other line too. That's a big one. Don't you? See if I can just swing him in. All right. How about that to get it started? All right.
Oh. This one's got shoulders.
Got him, man. Look at this. Wow. Look at that big dude.
Good deal.
This is what, an average size one, a bigger one?
This one's on the good side of above average.
There is a beautiful fish, and that is some of the most exciting stuff you'll ever do. Let me hold that sucker up for him right in between us so we get a good shot for you right there. Oh, it's a big walleye. Look at this. Big walleye. Got him. How about that? All right. That one hit a drop shot rig with a minnow.
Hi everybody, and welcome to this week's Lone Star Lakes, brought to you by the original Kickin' Bass Fish Attractant in 8 exciting flavors, including crappie, catfish, bass, walleye, saltwater, and trout. And it's the trout formula that's important today because we're at the Texas Freshwater Fisheries Center, which is the headquarters for the Texas Parks and Wildlife Trout Stocking Program. What is that, you say? Well, every year I like to remind folks on our last episode that throughout the rest of the winter, they'll be stocking trout in small urban ponds around the state. This is a put and take program. They want you to come and catch these fish and take them out of those little ponds. And you can do that with very light line, small hooks, very inexpensive gear, and some kind of bait like corn, salmon eggs, Velveeta cheese, or of course some kind of trout nugget. No matter what you put on the end of that hook, squirt some Kickin' Bass trout formula on there. That'll make it extra attractive to those little trout. That's this week's Lone Star Lakes, brought to you by Kickin' Bass. Now let's check in with Mr. Bill Olson. He's on the coast.
Hi folks, this week's report is brought to you by Port Aransas on Mustang Island, the fishing capital of Texas, where anglers enjoy pristine bays, estuaries, 18 miles of surf, and the deep blue waters of the Gulf of Mexico. Plus the local restaurants will even cook your catch come sundown. Come fish and play Texas Island style. For more information, visit portaransas.org. Well, 39 weeks ago, we started this season talking about the crazy weather we are experiencing, and it's only fitting that we wrap up this year talking about the crazy weather along the coast. Right now, Texas anglers are experiencing some of the warmest weather we've seen in recent weeks. However, speckled trout have found their deeper channels or holes where they will stay during the winter. However, redfish and black drum will be on the move and feeding up along shorelines, ledges, and flats. Live bait or bass assassins under a popping cork or rattling float will all work. As we go through the winter, there'll be days that will be warmer and present opportunities to be successful. The hardcore grinders will wade regardless of conditions, looking for that one big bite. However, most will just want a tug and a few fish to eat. Look for sand trout to hit dead shrimp. Redfish will be under birds from Sabine to West Matagorda. Whiting and pompano are options along the beachfront. Now, mud shell bottoms adjacent to even deeper water along the middle coast will be attractive areas holding trout, redfish, and black drum. Other good areas will be the channels of developments along the Texas coast. Fish tight to the bulkheads and boat docks and work your way toward the deeper water in the middle of the channel. Finally, over the winter, be safe. Protect yourself from the elements. This weekend, Saturday has a single tide schedule of 1 high and 1 low tide. This Sunday has a double tide schedule of 2 high and 2 low tides. I'm Bill Olson, wishing each of you a very Merry Christmas, all the best in the new year, and hoping to see you on the coast.
Hey, we've got to take a quick break, but as we do, I want to show you a quick look at the first shark that we've ever caught on Fox Sports Outdoors. Man, was it a big one. A big black-tipped shark caught with Captain Greg Hildreth at St. Simon's Island off the coast of Georgia.
How about some of that?
Man, this thing is 100-something pounds of pure beef muscle right there. Way to go, man. What a horse. All right, Greg, way to go.
1, 2, 3, oh gal.
Woo, man, what a deal.
Let's get right to the next highlight package, beginning with some of the best speckled trout fishing we've ever seen, and it happened on some oil and gas rigs in Mobile Bay, Alabama. Following that, can you believe we did an entire episode catching big tilapia and showing you how to catch them as well? And then we wrap it up with a giant smallmouth bass caught at Lake Eufaula in Oklahoma. Right after that, it's Gary Dollahan with your final edition of the Oklahoma Fishing and Lake Reports for 2014.
That fish is about 19 inches, but it's, as you can tell by the weight of it, it's the heaviest fish we've caught today.
Absolutely. That fish will weigh what, maybe?
It's probably 2 3/4.
There's a bite. Got him. Oh, there's a good pull. Look at that big dude. There we go. They're actually from Africa, and there are over 100 different species of tilapia. This particular species that lives in the lake we're on today, which is Squaw Creek, is a blue tilapia. Look at that dude. Look at the color on this fish. Man, what a gorgeous fish. Got him. Look at that toad. Oh, it's a giant smallie. I have caught myself a whopper of a smallmouth bass. Son.
Hey, while it may look like I'm working on my Christmas lights, what I'm really doing is night fishing. Now, most people associate night fishing with the hottest part of summer, but you know what? Wintertime night fishing can really be good too, especially off the dock areas for crappie, walleye, saugeye, other species. Now, crappie expert Todd Huckabee told me years ago he loves fishing around the Christmas time period off the docks, catching fish extremely shallow. Now, he says a lot of times he'll just take and start walking down the dockway, a length of walkway, with his jig in the water, almost like he's trolling as he goes along. Obviously, he's paying attention to keeping that bait at the same depth, trying to figure out what depth those crappie are. Once he figures that out, he says it can be great fishing. He says Not surprising to him is that at night, off the docks in the coldest part of winter, he can catch some of those fish extremely shallow, like 2 to 4 to 5 feet deep. Think about that your next outing. Most of the time, your darker baits work better at night, but you know what? It's also a great option to go with your Bobby Garland Moglo baits because they do glow in the dark. Get them a good charge off of a light or a flashlight, put them in the water, you can have that radiant light coming off of them, they will attract some fish. Now, also getting some good crappie reports still from the brush pile fishermen across the state. In fact, I had a call from Jack Seawright this week. Said he's still catching some really nice fish on Lake Keystone, 15 to 25 feet deep. And of course, the trout fishermen are doing extremely well also, with many of those benefiting from the winter trout stocking program here in Oklahoma. And as hard as it is to believe, this is the last fishing report of the season already. This year has just flown by, but you know what? It's been a lot of fun as always. It's been wonderful to see and meet so many of you on the water this year. I look forward to seeing all of you again next year in 2015. I also want to wish you and your family the merriest of Christmas, and I hope you have a happy holiday season, and don't forget, you can't catch them if you don't go.
Fox Sports Outdoors is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Right stuff, low price, every day. By Mercury Marine, celebrating 75 years of marine excellence. By Stren Fishing Lines, the standard of dependability. By Tracker Boats, it's more than just a boat, it's a tracker. And by Whataburger. Get your day started at Whataburger with the new jalapeno cheddar biscuit.
Hey everybody, we're having a lot of fun this week taking a look back at some of the best adventures, some of the greatest highlights we've seen during our 2014 season on Fox Sports Outdoors. So let's get the next highlight package started by taking you all the way southeast with Captain Inglis Glover, our Southeast Insider reporter for the Carolinas, and a nice flounder at Murrells Inlet, South Carolina. Following that, we're coming back to Oklahoma for some nice size hybrid stripers at a little jewel called Carl Blackwell Lake. And then we wrap it up with a big largemouth bass we caught at Lake Athens in deep East Texas.
That's probably about a 20-incher. I'd say he's a 19, 20-incher.
Okay.
You know, very respectable.
Whoa, that's a freight train. Look at that dude. That's a good one. Keep a net handy when you come to this lake. Man, that's a nice hybrid right there. That's a good, maybe 5-6 pound fish, something like that. There's one, got it. That's a fish. Look at this. Good night. Good one. Got him. Look at that. Wow. That's a good 8-pound class fish right here. Let's get him back in the water before he suffers any oxygen flow.
Hey friends, Captain Kevin Broussard here with your Fox Sports Louisiana Outdoor Report. Normally it's saltwater fishing. Well friends, it's still going on, but I tell you what, we just kicked off duck season. And as you can see what's hanging here in front of us, we had a pretty good hunt today. Well, I tell you what friends, like I said, there is plenty of speckled trout and redfish still getting caught. The flounder runs right now at a peak, starting to tail off. But I tell you what, we're gonna be concentrating on some bird hunting. So if y'all wanna make a trip, you can give us a call. And until next time, this is Captain Kevin Broussard saying happy fishing or hunting. May God bless, and we're going to see you next year.
And this end of season episode would not be complete without a look at the largest bass we've ever caught in the history of Fox Sports Outdoors and Southwest Outdoors Report. It happened early in this season at beautiful Arbuckle Lake located in central Oklahoma. As you'll see, this bass weighed over 11 pounds.
Oh man, look at this. Oh my gosh. Look at this giant pig. That's one of the biggest fish I've ever caught in my whole life. Unbelievable. Look at the size of that giant toad, will you? All right, there it is. 11.3. 11 pounds and 3 ounces.
Fox Sports Outdoors is brought to you by Costa Sunglasses. See what's out there. By Luz, setting a new standard in fishing performance. Feel the difference. By Strike King Lures, #1 in fishing. By Lowrance Electronics, find, navigate, dominate. By Fort Worth Nissan, Fox Sports Outdoors is powered by Fort Worth Nissan.
Welcome back, everyone. It's time for the Whataburger Ask the Pro, where viewers get expert insights from professional anglers. This week's question comes from Keith, who asks, does storing fishing rods and reels in sub-freezing weather hurt them? For the answer, we checked with Bassmaster Elite Angler Tommy Bickle.
To store your fishing tackle, you know, I don't ever store mine, but to store your fishing tackle in the wintertime and you're not going to use it, you know, you want to back your drags all the way off. That's one of the key things to keeping the reel in good shape. Maybe put a bag or something over the reel to keep the dust and dirt out of it. And then, you know, I would bring them in the house. I wouldn't let them sit out in a freezing building or out in the garage or something where the temperatures are going to get real low. You know, you need things to take care of those rods and reels and bring them in the house.
Thanks, Tommy. If you have a question over the off-season, simply visit our website and follow the Ask the Pro link to submit your information. Thanks for another great year, everyone. I'll see you right back here in March next year. Now someone wins a new pair of sunglasses on the Costa Catch of the Week. Happy holidays, everyone.
This week's winner in the Costa Catch of the Week contest is Debbie May of Manville, Texas, and she is showing a 29-inch redfish she caught at Lake Calcasieu, Louisiana, caught from a school of over 200 plus redfish. If you'd still like to enter the contest even during our off-season, you can do that at foxsportsoutdoors.com. Follow the instructions and send us your photo. You can always see the latest Costa frame and lens styles at their website. You can find that by clicking on the Costa logo right on the front page of our website. Right now, I'd like to stop and take just a couple of moments to give a big shout out and a huge thank you to our Fox Sports Outdoors production team. These are the men and women that spend the hard hours behind the cameras, behind the editing systems, putting this show together and bringing it each and every week to you here on the network. Beginning with our producer, Kirk Wise. Kirk has been with us a long time. He's been with me for over 26 years now. He is behind the scenes at Fox Sports Outdoors at the studio putting the show together every week. Monty Lewis is a cameraman. He retired from Pfizer Chemical and travels the country with us shooting our episodes. Buddy Calzada is also one of our cameramen. He heads up Fort Worth Metro Ministries, an organization that reaches out to inner city kids in Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas. Terry Stokes is a cameraman. He's my brother. He's an attorney by trade in Oklahoma City, and he runs the camera for all of the episodes you see taped in the state of Oklahoma. And finally, Laurie Stokes is a camera woman as well, and she's my wife of 35 years who has stuck with me through thick and thin. I am nothing without her. Next up, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. It's our blooper and blunder package, hard evidence that things do not always go as we plan. Just outside Biloxi, it's not outside Biloxi. Here in the, what's this called? Halls Bayou. This week's winner is Timothy Smith. Where's he from? I didn't put where he's from. And you could win a pair of Costas on an up. She was a competitive barrel racer. Crap, what all did she do? Oh, she was on Rescue 911 and she babysat Tarzan's pet monkey.
Bassmaster Angler Edwin. Blah.
They live in Rocks, Saville.
South Bay has been joined by Longbar, no.
The professional bass fishing circus. It's been circus. The gadgets and gear are great, but Barry. For the croaker used a, what is that hook called? Cajun. What's this hook called I was using? Hey, I hope you enjoyed. Until next week, I'll meet you right back here. I'm Barry Stokes. That makes no sense.
Which lures work better with a fiberglass rod and which work better with graphite? A lot of W's there.
Do things that matter. Have joy. Ah, crap, I almost had it. My Papa Burger taught me a saying when I was just a little kid. It was, what was it? That'll make a good blooper. Next up this week on the Academy Sports and Outdoors Right Stuff feature, it's the right gear for every angler on your Christmas gift list. Beginning with the Lew's American Hero factory matched rod and reel system. It all comes together, everything you need. Your local Academy Sports and Outdoors store, get this, whole thing for under $100. Next up, Stren has introduced 2 brand new fishing lines. They're specialized. It's Stren Crappie Mono and Stren Catfish Mono, great stocking stuffers. Next up, my favorite Costa frame style. It's called Double Haul. It's in the beautiful camo pattern. You'll see me wearing this on the show a lot. Finally, it's the Lowrance Elite 3X. This is the world's first color fish finder, get this, for under $100. We've put together a whole list of links to gear websites from all of our partners. You can get lots of hats, t-shirts, duffel bags, all kinds of fishing gear with some of your favorite logos on them. We've brought them all together in one spot on the front page at Fox Sports Outdoors. Look at the latest news section in the middle of the front page. I'm so happy at this Christmas time that all of the conversation about whether we need to say Happy Holidays or Merry Christmas has finally died down. Enough with all that political correctness. We've spent a lot of time this season on our show saluting our veterans and the sacrifice that they made to give us freedom in America. And one of those freedoms is religious freedom. I believe that you have the right to choose whatever you choose to believe. But if you're one of the loyal fans of this show, and there are thousands of you out there that watch each and every week, you have the right to know what I believe. What I believe is that the God of the universe put on flesh and was born as a human over 2,000 years ago back in Israel. And he did that for one reason, to give us a direct pathway to have a relationship with the one who created it all. And that's what me and my family will be celebrating this Christmas. We are gearing up for the best season ever of Fox Sports Outdoors in 2015 and our best set of networks yet. We'll be announcing all that information during the off season, and we'll be back on in mid-March. Now, during that off season, you can do 3 things to make sure you have the latest information. Number 1, follow our website at foxsportsoutdoors.com. We'll always put the latest information there. And on that website, be sure to sign up to get our free newsletter. You can either click the sign up link or the newsletter link. We'll send that out occasionally during the off season with the latest fishing news and that launch date and the networks and times. And then finally, you can follow us on Twitter. We always put lots of great fishing pictures, videos, and news. Big fish that get caught always show up on our Twitter feed, and you'll be in on the latest there. It's quick, easy, and free to sign up and follow us at the address you see on your screen. Hey, we're excited for next season. Our insider reporters are ready, and we'll be back in mid-March. Until then, I'm Barry Stokes saying be safe, have fun. Bye-bye, y'all.